become a sex symbol, kind of, you know? I mean, stalking and screaming and everything. Tim, let me start asking you. First, I was surprised that got laughs. Is this a comedy also?
No, it's a serious drama, of course, about dog cutting. Well, it turned out funnier, sort of, than the script was. So, yeah, it's a comedy.
Yeah. But is it scary at times?
Not really. It's a fairy tale, so it's got a bit of everything in it.
And where did you get the project?
It started, it's just an idea I had a long time ago, and it's just been floating around for a long time. So just started working on it about a couple of years ago.
You co-wrote this?
I worked on the story, and a writer, Caroline Thompson, wrote it, and we just wanted to make like a real fairy tale, and that's what we tried to do.
You also directed it and produced it?
Yeah.
As an actor, doing this role, how did you see Edward? Who is Edward?
Edward was, to me, when I first read the script, I kept getting flashes of like a dog, you know, just like a
chihuahua.
Like a chihuahua. Very special little chihuahua with a very short tail. No, I got flashes of a dog, like the unconditional love of a dog, kind of thing, or like a newborn.
Yeah.
Sort of very blank character that just sort of responds to things as situations come to him. It's just sort of an open book, a feeling.
I would assume Edward doesn't fit in very well.
It's difficult. Yeah. It fits in like any kitchen appliance would fit in. You know, for a while it's a handy, helpful, popeil, pocket, ginsu, fisherman, whatever you want him to be. You know, he's whatever you want to begin with.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way. I read something in the Daily News today. This thing isn't even out, but you've shown it in a few places, and it's done real well.
Yeah, it seems like so far so good, yeah.
Wearing these things, did you hurt anybody? Did you cut anybody up on the set?
Yeah, let me show you. Break out that
And how
stuff.
did you use the bathroom while you were shooting this thing?
Well, let me show you. Yeah, there was a couple of incidents where I lanced a few people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I sort of stuck my pinky into Anthony Michael Hall's arm once, which was...
He's in this?
Yeah.
What does he play?
Jim.
Oh, Jim, of course. That answers that.
Just Jim.
Yeah. Well, what is Jim? Jim is a jock or something, right?
He plays Winona Ryder's boyfriend in the movie. Yeah.
As a person, Johnny Depp, does Edward relate? I mean, do you relate to Edward's character in any way?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty universal thing. It's the feeling of not being able to fit in, or the feeling of wanting to touch something but not being able to, because you'll hurt it. Everything will crumble if you touch it. Kind of early teens kind of a feeling.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick commercial, but let me ask you a music question real quick. I know you're a musician and everything. Are you planning on getting back into that, doing any more?
Nah, I don't think it's such a good idea at this point. I was just sort of...
Well, why?
Well, because then at that point it becomes ridiculous. I'd become like it's like merchandising ice cream pops at that point, so I don't...
But do you love music?
Yeah, very much, yeah.
How can you get away from it then?
Well, I just do it at home.
Oh, okay, so you can still just do concerts in your basement and everything.
Exactly, my bathroom.
Yeah.
My bathroom.
That's cool. We'll be right back and talk more with Tim Burton and Johnny Depp. You all did this, or at least some of it, down in Florida?
Yes.
What was that like, directing down there?
Lots of bugs, lots of heat. I don't know, have you ever been there?
No, never visited Florida.
We were there during love bug season, where these little bugs are having sex in the middle of the air. Right. So it's very, and it's just all you can do to clear it away from the lens. It was a little behind the scenes. Yeah, it's a lot of bugs there.
Was that your first time?
Yeah.
Because you're from Burbank, right?
Yeah.
You're the first person I ever met who's from Burbank. What is that? What's that upbringing like?
Well, we all have tales. It's funny because Burbank is sort of known as the movie. There's lots of movie studios there, but it's very far removed from that. It felt like being from the Midwest in a lot of ways. It's just very much separate from the movie industry, which was good.
Yeah. Johnny, I don't know a lot about you. Your mom and dad, what did they do?
My mom was a waitress. My father worked for various cities in Florida and stuff. So he was like a city guy.
Yeah, and you were born?
In Kentucky.
In Kentucky. Yes. I think they would scream if you said Guam. I'm a PK, a preacher's kid. I hear your uncle was a preacher.
Yes. Well, he still is, maybe. I'm not sure.
I have a bad habit of saying that because my father's deceased, but he was, you know, and your uncle still is. What was he like?
Very nice guy, very funny guy. It was just some of my earliest memories are seeing him up at the podium screaming for people to come up and be saved, and then seeing this little kid seeing adults run up and drop to their knees. Kind of, it was very sort of a strange image.
Oh, yeah, so he was one of those show business preachers, one of those.
He was pretty into it. Yeah.
Do you think that's where you got your first taste of theatrics and show business?
No.
When did you decide this is what you wanted to do?
I think it was I heard a Kiss record or something like that, and just thought that was it. I need to play the guitar, and I need to, you know.
So 21 Jump Street and things of that nature, that wasn't what you were dreaming of. You were dreaming of being next to Gene Simmons.
Well, I wasn't exactly dreaming of being next to Gene Simmons.
Yeah, with that long tongue, too. That could be dangerous, you know.
Wet. Yeah, I mean, most of my life I wanted to just play in bands and play the guitar.
Yeah, I read in Interview magazine, you said, and it was the funniest thing, but it's the strangest thing I've ever read. It said that John Davidson scared you. What does that mean?
I knew this was coming up. At one point, John Davidson scared me, but thanks to Tim, I've come to terms with it. He's freed me.
Something good happened from Edward Scissorhands. He recovered from that fear.
Yeah, I met him and worked with him, and he was a really nice guy. You know, he was a nice man, and so I'm over my fear of John Davidson.
Is he in the movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you also tight with Wayne Newton?
Wayne and I go way back.
Because, you know, he said that you all were friends.
Wayne Newton?
Yeah. In the Vegas thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've talked to Wayne a couple of times on the phone.
I get a Christmas card every year from Robert Goulet.
Bob Goulet. Oh, too, from Robert and Vera.
Yes.
And it has that picture on it.
It's a nice design card. It's about this big.
Yeah, it's huge. I used to have people bring it this way. Come on, bring it into the house. There's a huge Robert and Vera Goulet card.
Yeah.
Yes. but we don't know Wayne Newton.
No, we don't.
We don't.
It's true. Not up to that.
We are close.
What's next for you, Tim? Tim, you've directed Batman and Beetlejuice and on all these wonderful, interesting movies.
I'm just gonna see what comes up next. I don't know.
Can I ask you about Frankenweenie?
Oh, right, yeah.
You all know about Frankenweenie, or is it just a funny word? It's a funny word?
You can ask me, but I'm not going to show you.
No, actually, I've secured footage from your people. But where did that come from?
Well, that's something I did at Disney. I used to be an animator at Disney, and they let me do a short film, which is sort of a retelling of the Frankenstein story, but about a dog. So they just... I don't know how or why they ever let me do it, but they did. And although it's never really been shown, so except tonight.
Yeah, I just thought I found a scene that was very cute, and I just got to show it. Sandy, kick this Frankenweenie clip. Any comment?
That's about enough to show.
Yeah. This is the director and the star of Edward Scissorhands, Tim Burton, and Johnny Depp. We'll be back with a BB.